Chapter 5, Face to Face. The crypt beneath Grimvale was cold and cramped, like a grave yet to be dug. The torches barely burned, their flames trembled, as if afraid of light. The altar stood in the center, a black stone covered in cracks, darkness oozing from them like blood from a fresh wound. Fabius, or what remained of him, stood opposite, body arched, eyes completely black, voice multiplied like an echo from 1,000 graves. "You came, bastard. Your blood is the final drop. Open the seal. Let me out. I will give you everything: revenge, power, peace. Your mother betrayed her husband, your father betrayed his king. You will betray them all and become free." Nicholas stood motionless, crossbow lowered. Avellini was beside him, her eyes flickering between black and their former human light. She trembled but held herself upright, fingers clutching the edge of her torn dress. "Nicholas," she whispered. "Don't listen to him. If the demon is in me, kill me. Don't let him take you. Please." Fabius laughed, the sound like metal scraping stone. "Choose. Help me, and the world will change. The church will gain a weapon against heretics, against kings. New crusades will cleanse the earth. You will become my hunter, beast hunter of darkness. Your cursed blood will finally find purpose." Nicholas was silent. In his memory rose Thorn's voice by the fire in 1349, when the plague had not yet left Lancashire. "Don't trust voices, lad. They promise peace but bring only chains. Choose for yourself and live with the choice." He raised the crossbow. His finger rested on the trigger. Fabius stepped forward, extending his hand. "You won't do it. You're too tired. Too alone." Nicholas fired. The bolt struck the monk's chest. Fabius dropped to his knees, body twitching, darkness bursting from him, black smoke, a scream, fury. The demon lunged toward Avellini, trying to enter her again. But she raised her hand, blood from the wound on her wrist dripped to the floor. The darkness recoiled, hissing. "No, not her." Nicholas stepped forward, seized Avellini's hand. Their blood mingled on the stone, his from the stigmata, hers from the fresh wound. He whispered the words in necrolingua, those Thorn had forbidden him to speak aloud: "Exorcismus te, omnis immundus spiritus." The darkness screamed, once, loudly, and began to dissipate. The altar cracked, crumbling into dust and fragments. Avellini fell into his arms. Alive. Human. Her eyes were clear, the black veins gone. She pressed against him, breath ragged. "You came for me." Nicholas held her tightly, for the first time in many years feeling no cold inside. "I came for both of us." They climbed back to the surface. Grimvale smoked from fires and cries, but the creatures retreated. The monsters spawned by the demon crumbled to dust or fled back into the mines. People emerged from their homes, looking at them with hope and fear. The church bell rang now not in panic, but in gratitude. They stayed. Nicholas became simply a hunter, trapping wolves, repairing snares, sometimes helping the sheriff. At night he removed his gloves. The stigmata had healed, leaving only pale scars as reminders. Avellini gave birth to a son. They named him Thorn, after the old man who had taught Nicholas to live on. In the evenings they sat by the hearth. She told him of dreams that were now ordinary, and he was silent, simply holding her hand. Shadows of the past sometimes returned, on rainy nights when the stigmata ached, or when he heard whispers in the forest. But now they were quieter. The cursed blood had not vanished, it had simply become part of him, like the scars on his hands. He no longer hid it. he lived with it. Years later, watching his son play by the river, Nicholas thought perhaps it really was enough to simply choose and live on. He stood, adjusted his cloak, and walked home to where a fire waited in the hearth and a woman who saw in him not a bastard, not a beast hunter, but simply a man.